أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين، ثم أما بعد. So what I wanted to start with is questions. I don't have questions. Do you guys have questions? I'm assuming everyone did some exercises and wrote some stuff down, and I'm sure some people have questions. So what are those questions? I've opened the floor for questions for those of you who are just coming in.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Fez, can I ask you to volunteer, or can I make you volunteer to handle the chat, please?
Okay, inshallah.
So the segment that we're in right now is questions. So if you can just put that in the chat, please. Don't be shy. Go ahead and ask the questions. So last week, if you don't have questions, I'll ask questions. Anybody have questions? So last week we covered al-ism. We said that the kalimat, the words in Arabic, are of how many types?
3.
3. 3 types. Okay, somebody was paying attention. MashaAllah, good. And we said those 3 types of words are
Ism, Fa'al, and Amran.
Harf, article.
So ism is correct. Fi'l is correct. And the third one is?
Harf, particle.
Harfun. Thought it was Amran.
No, particle.
حرف.
Oh, harf. Aywa. That's the part of the fa'al. Hey, Jazakallah khair.
Right. So we said we defined each one of them. We said ism is what?
An independent word with no tense.
Right, independent word with no tense. And we said fi'l is what?
An independent word that is connected to a tense.
And an independent word connected to a tense. And we said harf is what?
It needs another to be, understood.
Exactly. Ahsantum. Very good. Jameel. طيب. We also talked about, does anybody have any questions? So we also talked about 2 types of sentences. You guys remember these 2 kinds of sentences?
Yes.
Yeah, what you got?
Begins with an ism, jumla ismiya,
Jameel. And
jumla fi'liya.
Jameel.
Fi'liya.
فعلية. Very
Yeah.
good. جملة اسمية and جملة فعلية. So اسم, sentence or جملة, and فعل, جملة. Okay. Did I say anything about how do you determine whether it's an ism جملة or فعل جملة? Because I don't remember if I said anything about
No.
Yes.
I did. Okay. What's the determination?
It's Jumla Ismiya begins with ism and Jumla Failiya begins with fail.
Yes. So again, what I'm covering is very basic. Okay? And I just want you all to have an overall understanding of what's going on. Right? We're not getting into details. We'll do that inshallah as as we go. Bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. But I just want you all to have an overall understanding of what's going on. Okay? طيب. Then we said something about composing a basic sentence. Does anybody remember what we said about that?
We talked about associating attribute one ism to another ism.
Say that one more time.
We talked about if you like to attribute one ism to another, we say the both ism. Ahmadun Talibun.
Right. So if you want to attribute one ism to another ism, you just mention both isms. As English speakers, you have what are called auxiliary words or auxiliary verbs. Okay. Auxiliary verbs are also known as helping verbs. This is in English, but in Arabic, usually you don't have them. Okay. So Ahmadu talibun. Muhammadu muallimun. Ana Abdullahi. Just 2 words. Okay. Now, let's get into reading some of these sentences. And I'm hoping and I'm assuming that you've gone over these vocabulary items and you're familiar with them already. If not, inshallah, you'll have time before the next class to get familiar with them. So familiarize yourself with them, inshallah. So, هذا بيت. So basically, this first lesson, what we're doing here is, or what the Sheikh is doing here, is giving you a basic way of identifying things. So you're identifying something that is close to you. هذا is the Arabic word for this. Okay? هذا بيت. Okay? هذا is one word. بيت, one word. هذا اسم. بيت اسم. بيت is a word that you'll find in the Quran. Okay? وَإِذْ بَوَّأْنَا لِإِبْرَاهِيمَ مَكَانَ الْبَيْتِ. Right? So وَإِذْ بَوَّأْنَا, you may not know what the meaning of it is. لِإِبْرَاهِيمَ, okay, Ibrahim. Makana, maybe not know what the meaning of it is. Al-Bayti, I know Bayt. So there's something going on with Ibrahim and Bayt. Okay, so I have an idea now. Okay. هذا مسجد. Masjidun is also mentioned in the Quran. لَمَسْجِدٌ أُسِّسَ عَلَى التَّقْوَى, Surah At-Tawbah. Masjid Allahi, Surah At-Tawbah as well. Right? Masajid Allahi, that's plural of masjid. So now we're getting into some of the vocabulary that we may find in the Quran. هذا is also mentioned in the Quran. هذا باب. Again, same. Identifying a word. هذا كتاب. Same. هذا قلم. قلم is also a word that you'll find in the Sunnah. You'll find the pluralized version of it in the Quran. هذا مفتاح. Same. هذا مكتب. And you have the picture. So مكتب is a desk. هذا سرير. هذا كرسي. Same. Now, mind you, the first thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught Adam alayhi salam was the names of everything. وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا. So Adam was taught the names of everything. Moving on. Okay, so now that we've understood what these items are, the author wants us to start asking questions. So questions are of two types. Okay? Depending on the answer that is required. Questions are of two types depending on the answer that is required. So basic English, they tell you there are information questions and yes/no questions. Information questions, yes/no questions. Or we can say questions that require information and questions that require confirmation or denial. Two types of questions. A question that requires information, a question that requires confirmation or denial. Okay? All right. Again, helping verbs we don't have. What is this in English? That is part doesn't exist in Arabic. You just have what, this. What, this. Ma is what. هذا, this. ما هذا. All right. I will write a little bit on the board, inshallah. So we talked about Jumla Ismiya. جملة اسمية اسمية جملة اسمية. Okay, and we said Jumla Ismiya begins with a noun, right? Begins with an ism. So let's write some examples. هذا بيت. هذا بيت. Okay. هذا قلم. Okay, so these are Jumla Ismiya. How do we know it's Jumla Ismiya? Anybody?
There's
Begins with an ism.
Begins with an ism. Very good. طيب. Basic composition of a Jumla Ismiya. So in English, for example, if I say, this is a phone, each of these words has a name. So this would be an adjective. Is would be a verb. Would be what's it called? An article? Yeah. Phone would be a noun, right? Each one of them has its own placement, right? So in a Jumla Ismiya, you have what's called, every Jumla Ismiya has Mubtada. So that's a meme dhamma, ba sukun, ta fatha, dal fatha, mubtada, and let's say mubtada'un. And the second thing every Jumla Ismiya has is khabarun, khabarun. I'm gonna give you guys a second to write that down.
Say it again, Sheikh.
So every jumla ismiya needs to have mubtada and khabar. It's necessary. Every jumla ismiya. So we know jumla ismiya is a jumla or a sentence that begins with an ism. So every jumla ismiya needs to have mubtada and khabar. What is mubtada? What is khabar? We'll get to that in a second. Moving on. I'm not happy with the
That's not.
let's try black.
Huh?
Mubtada.
क्या हुआ?
Mubtada'un. What is mubtada? Khabarun. What is khabar?
Is that the predicate?
Yeah, pretty much. But I want to give it in very simple terms, inshallah.
Okay.
So mubtada. Mubtada.
Somebody needs to mute their line.
Mubtada is ismun right. The ism that the sentence revolves around. Khabar is the news about the mubtada. Is that clear?
Yeah, that's a good way to explain that.
So mubtada is the ism that the sentence revolves around, that the jumla revolves around. Khabar is the news about the mubtada. Okay. So let's try to put that into practice. Okay. هذا بيت. Which one is mubtada? Which one is khabar?
هذا مبتدا بيت is خبر.
هذا مبتدا and بيت is khabar. Why did you say that?
So this is about
Say that again.
not clear.
The sentence revolves around Baytun, so it's the mubtada.
Reverse around Haza should be Haza. That's the mubtada.
The ism that the sentence revolves around.
Can you
Oh,
guys
this.
see this in my hand?
So somebody is pointing to the house and saying, "What is this?"
Can you see what's in my hand?
Looks like a mouse.
Well, you know its color, right?
Yeah.
So when I say هذا, you
Oh,
automatically know I'm about to tell you something about هذا. So what I'm about to tell you is about
the news.
هذا.
Wrote this.
Cool.
Okay? هذا. So هذا is مبتدأ. That's my starting point.
Okay, nice.
And then I tell you ماسكن.
I thought you were all in the mouse.
هذا ماسكن. So هذا مبتدأ. بيت خبر, because بيت is the news that I'm giving you about هذا. You're like, oh man, what's that? What's that? What's that? I don't know. That's when I give you the news, which is بيت. هذا مسجد. Where's the مبتدأ?
Him.
هذا.
هذا
خبر
مسجد.
مسجد. هذا باب. مبتدأ.
هذا
خبر.
باب.
مبتدأ.
هذا
خبر.
كتاب.
مبتدأ.
هذا
خبر.
قلم.
مبتدأ.
هذا
خبر.
مفتاح.
مبتدأ.
هذا
خبر.
مكتب.
مبتدأ.
هذا
خبر.
سرير.
مبتدأ.
هذا
خبر.
كرسي.
All right. So I'll make sure you guys are paying attention now. Now you have a different kind of sentence. Remember, we said every jumla is either ismiya, fi'liya. How do we know it's ismiya?
Begins with an ism.
How do we know it's fi'liya?
Begins with fa'al.
All right. So let's examine this sentence. Ma hadha. Ma. Is ma a word?
What?
No.
Yes.
Is it independent?
No.
Yeah. What?
So it has a meaning on its own.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Therefore, it's ism. هذا. So because it's jumla ismiya, where's the mubtada? Where's the khabar? Remember how we defined mubtada? We said mubtada is the word that the sentence revolves around, or the jumla revolves around.
So it'd be ma, because you're asking, so it revolves around the what? So it's ma.
Ah.
Oh, did I get it? Did I get trapped again?
No, it's still haza.
Damn. 2 for 2.
So there's a form of inquiry. And I'm inquiring for news. I want you to give me news about هذا. So the known, what we know is هذا. What we don't know is ma. What we know is هذا. What we don't know is ma. So هذا is مبتدأ. ما خبر. But there's a rule for this.
So is hada, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that. Does it have to do with the hada itself? I mean, it seems like it's a pronoun because of pronouns. I'm just seeing that it's with the both times, right?
هذا is not a pronoun.
what was it called? The pointer?
So there are different types of ism.
Okay.
And هذا is one kind of ism. The kind of ism it's called is ishara.
Oh, ishara. So okay, so that's what.
Pointing.
So ishara is always mubtada then.
I'm sorry, what?
So the ishara, ismu ishara, they're always mubtada.
No,
Or that's not okay.
no.
So you can't count on hada always being mubtada, right? So it can change.
It's going to depend on the meaning.
So it can't be that simple, right? Okay.
It's going to depend on the meaning.
Ooh, man.
And its position in the
Interesting.
sentence. Check.
So I will give you one more rule. The rule is the ism of inquiry has the right to be at the beginning. So ما هذا ما هذا أين هذا So the ism for inquiry deserves or has the right to be at the beginning.
But Sheikh, if you're saying haza, you already know where it is. How could you say aina haza?
Say that one more time.
Aina is where, correct?
G, yes.
So when you say haza, you already know, you're pointing to it. Then why are you asking aina haza?
That's a good question. So I guess that sentence doesn't make sense. So let's change it to Aina Muhammad, since you're the one that's asking the question. Aina Muhammadun.
Yeah. What are the meaning of aina?
Aina?
Yeah.
Where?
Where?
Yeah.
It's a word used to ask for the place. So the ism of inquiry has the right to be at the beginning. Even though it's khabar, but it's at the beginning because it's the ism of inquiry. All right. ما هذا؟ ما خبر. هذا is what?
مبتدا.
مبتدا. هذا بيت. So ما took the place of بيت. Does that make sense? Again, initially we said هذا بيت, right? But then somebody's asking, I don't remember what you just said about this pointy, triangular, square with window looking thing, right? What is it, right? So baytun is replaced by ma. Ma hada, hada baytun. Hada mubtada, baytun khabar. أهذا بيت؟
Is this?
So Arabic, we don't have is, and we don't have a.
This house?
This house?
What?
A rhetorical question. Yeah.
So the answer is going to be confirmation
Confirmation
or denial.
or denial. Yes.
So now we learn that this thingamajig here is to tell you that this is a question for yes, no answer. أهذا بيت? This house?
No.
This
No.
house? نعم هذا بيت. And of course, everybody knows what na'am means. It means yes. Confirmation. Complete the sentence. هذا بيت. You don't have to say هذا بيت. Na'am is sufficient. هذا بيت is implied. Are you Muhammad? Yes. You don't have to say yes, I am Muhammad. You can just say yes and that's it.
لا.
But for extra confirmation, you can give an extra sentence. أهذا بيت؟ نعم. ما هذا؟ Same.
ما هذا?
So which one is mubtada? Which one is khabar? ما هذا?
Same as
ما is خبر.
Khabar.
ما is khabar.
هذا
هذا
وعليكم السلام.
Yes.
هذا مبتدا.
Ism.
هذا قميص. هذا مبتدا or خبر؟
Mubtada.
مبتدا. قميص
Khabar.
Khabar.
خبر. أهذا سرير? Where's the مبتدا?
Sarirun.
هذا
هذا مبتدا. Because the news is sarir. Is this news true about هذا? That's what's being
Yes.
asked here.
لا.
no, is it no?
لا. Denial.
Right? Is this news that it's sarir true about هذا? You're not asking, is the sarir this? Because you can see this in front of you. You already know about this. You can see it. You know it. But what you don't know is the information or the news, the sarirun.
I think now it's trying to make sense, at least in my head now. So basically what you said initially, what you gave us was that what is the sentence revolving around, right?
Right.
So I think we can apply the same rule to the question, right? So we could say, what is the question trying to ascertain, or what's the question revolving around, this kind of thing, right? So in this thing, it's saying, it's saying, is this a sarir? So I guess we can apply the same rule, I guess, to saying that mubtada would be what the question or the sentence. I guess the question is the sentence, right? In this case,
No.
it's
Oh.
different type of.
The question is revolving around hada. I'm asking about hada. Is it sarir? Is it microphone? Is it baytun? Is it qamisun? أهذا قلم? أهذا مسجد? أهذا ولد? So hada is
So-
going to say the same. What I'm asking about is sarirun. Is it okay to attribute sarir to hada?
Yeah. So if someone asked it, for example, if somebody said, "What time is the iqama?" Right. So if somebody said, "What time is the iqama?" If I want to identify the mubtada in that case.
But that's a little more. That's a little more complex. We're still at simple
Okay, sorry.
because
Sorry,
you're
okay.
inquiring about time.
Okay.
Right now,
I
we're
was just trying to make
just
it.
inquiring about the nature of something. We're not inquiring about time yet. We're not inquiring about place yet. We're just inquiring about the nature. Okay.
خبر.
Same thing. أهذا سرير. Which one is مبتدا? Which one is خبر?
هذا is مبتدا
هذا مبتدا.
and سرير خبر.
خبر. Very good. لا هذا كرسي. Which one is مبتدا? Which one is خبر?
Same. هذا is مبتدا
مبتدا
and
كرسي
خبر.
خبر. أهذا مفتاح. مبتدا خبر. Which one?
هذا مبتدا and مفتاح خبر.
لا هذا قلم. مبتدا خبر. Which one?
Same rule. هذا
مبتدا قلم.
قلم خبر.
Question, ya Sheikh.
Yeah, Fab.
What is la in this? Then what is la? Is it in this jumla?
I was gonna ask the same.
لا is a
Word.
حرف.
Oh, Allah is a harf.
No.
So it's not mubtada.
But Sheikh, the definition of harf isari needs another to be understood. La you can understand on its own. The definition doesn't hold then.
No, because there are different types of la. La sometimes is just negation. La sometimes is what's called عطف. So لا ذهب ولا خرج. Right? So la here is understood that is negation because of the context. Does that make sense? And we'll expound on that. Just again, we're doing basics. But la is a harf, just remember that. Because there's more to just the definition. There are also indicators for ism, indicators for harf, and indicators for fi'l. Right? So how are you going to know for sure? You have to have a measuring tape to indicate, okay, is this does this pass the does this pass the test to be an ism? So right now we just have the definition. We'll get the other stuff inshallah later. As they say, Torah, inshallah.
Hey, Sheikh.
Yeah.
I don't mean to hold up the class, but I'm having a difficult time with this one.
That's good. Let me know. I don't want to go through it if somebody.
Honestly, I'm not getting it between mubtada and khabir. Khabar.
Good. I'm glad you're saying something. All right. So what is your understanding of?
So you're telling me the ism that the sentence revolves around, and then the news about the mubtada.
Right.
So just do the example again, the very beginning. Ma hada.
Right.
Ma is what, right? Hada is this.
Yeah.
Ma in this situation is we're inquiring about the ism hada. Is that right? We're inquiring about hada. So hada then in this case is the mubtada.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
So-
ma is
So
the
basically,
yeah.
which word is replaceable?
Ma.
Exactly. So the word that's replaceable is the khabar. It's not necessary. You can put something else there.
Okay, that makes more sense to me. Yeah.
Same thing. Hada is repeated because it's important. The khabar is changed because, you know, hada can be anything really. Ma hada, hada najmun. All right. These are exercises I'm assuming you guys did. And if you have any questions, now is the time to ask. The next one that we're covering, or that the author covered, is man. Man and ma, right, are who and what. Ma is an ism to inquire about something's nature. Man is an ism to inquire about something's personality or someone's personality. Ma, nature, man, personality.
Personality.
Man hada, who this, who you, man anta. So which one is mubtada, which one is khabar?
Same as before, I think haza is the mubtada.
هذا مبتدأ من خبر. من هذا؟ هذا ولد. ولد is commonly used for boy. But the linguistic meaning of waladun is child, whether it may be boy or girl. Or better yet, offspring. But it's commonly used in the common Arabic. Waladun is boy. هذا مبتدأ ولد خبر. من هذا؟ من خبر، هذا مبتدأ. هذا طالب، هذا مبتدأ، طالب خبر. أهذا ولد؟ هذا مبتدأ، ولد خبر. So basically is to tell you that I'm asking. Right? In English, you put is at the beginning of the sentence. But in Arabic, you just add a. Is an indicator that I'm asking. أهذا ولد؟ هذا مبتدأ ولد خبر. لا، هذا رجل. هذا مبتدأ رجل خبر. Yeah, Ahmed.
So in that جملية you said هذا مبتدأ.
No. Not هذا مبتدأ. هذا مبتدأ. ليس مبتدأ.
And ولد خبر.
صحيح.
So we can replace ولد. That's not important in this sentence.
Well, because it's waladun, of course it is. But if you take out the waladun and you put a pin, then it's هذا قلم.
It's replaceable. Got you.
It's replaceable.
هذا مبتدا. Okay.
Right.
Sheikh, what's the meaning of rajulun?
رجل
Man.
Man.
male adult.
Male adult.
So I guess man.
Yeah, in some circles.
It can be.
Sheikh, you are confusing
may
Arabic
or
and
may not
also
be.
English.
But is man replaceable?
Yes.
Some women might say so.
La ilaha illallah. Just being a little too technical, huh?
Naam.
Naam.
La 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 la.
La, la, la.
Okay. Same. A lot of the same. Repetition makes perfect. ما هذا؟ هذا مسجد. من هذا؟ هذا تاجر. هذا كلب. أهذا كلب؟ لا، هذا قط. هذا حمار. أهذا حمار؟ لا، هذا حصان. وما هذا؟ هذا جمل. A lot of the same.
No, here it has changed into wama hada.
Wa is and.
Okay.
Simple, and.
You would use that if you're that you're asking about multiple things, right? Or at least two things. Is that what that means? You're asking about the horse, then, or you could.
I don't want you to complicate things. It's and.
Okay, bas khalas.
Same way you'd use and, you'd use wa. Yeah, wa has different meanings depending on the context, but mostly it's and.
And this is original. Okay.
ما هذا؟ هذا ديك. من هذا؟ هذا مدرس. Teacher يعني. أهذا قميص؟ لا، هذا منديل. الدرس الثاني, the second lesson, is a continuation of the first lesson. Replace هذا with ذلك. ذلك is an ism that is used to point to something far. Basically, that. To point to something that is singular and it is far. ذلك.
Singular masculine though, correct? Both haza and zalika.
True, masculine. They're both masculine. Same. ما ذلك؟ ذلك نجم. Instead of هذا, you got ذلك. Where's the mubtada and where's the khabar? In ما ذلك?
Same. Zalika.
Zalika.
Ma is khabar.
ما خبر.
Yeah.
ذلك مبتدا.
Mubtada.
ذلك نجم مبتدا خبر.
Zalika mubtada, nazman khabar.
هذا مسجد وذلك بيت. هذا مسجد. Which one is مبتدا which one is خبر?
هذا
Mubtada,
Mubtada.
masjid khabar.
هذا مبتدا مسجد خبر. ذلك وذلك بيت. ذلك
Mubtada,
مبتدا.
بيت.
khabar.
Khabar. I'm sorry, Sheikh. But you told the meaning of zalika. What are the meaning of zalika?
That.
Yeah,
That?
so ذلك is similar to هذا. هذا is to point to something that is close.
Yeah.
ذلك is to point to something that is far.
Far. Okay.
That.
So هذا is this. ذلك that.
That. Okay.
هذا حصان وذلك حمار. هذا وذلك. أذلك كلب؟ لا، ذلك قط. ما ذلك؟ ذلك سرير. Same. ما ذلك, which one is مبتدا, which one is خبر?
ما خبر.
مبتدا.
ما خبر, ذلك مبتدا. ذلك سرير.
ذلك مبتدا.
سرير
خبر.
خبر. And you see how ما ذلك has no vowels on it, right? No فتحة, no كسرة, no ضمة, right?
Yeah.
So basically, the more you get familiar with the word, you begin to need the vowels less and less. Same. من هذا ومن ذلك. Which one is مبتدا and which one is خبر?
هذا مبتدا من خبر.
من خبر هذا مبتدا. من خبر ذلك مبتدا. هذا مبتدا. مدرس خبر. ذلك
مبتدا.
إمام
خبر.
خبر. ما ذلك, which one is مبتدا, which one is خبر?
ما خبر.
ما خبر.
خبر.
ذلك مبتدا. So now, slowly but surely, instead of saying ma is mubtada, now you're speaking Arabic and you're saying ma mubtada without the is.
No.
So if you say ma mubtada, that's an Arabic sentence. Ma mubtada.
But ma is khabar though.
So what is mubtada, right? The answer is what is mubtada.
So ma is not mubtada, ma is khabar. Ma khabar. So take out the is part. Ma khabar, it's not mubtada. I was wrong. Ma khabar. ذلك مبتدا. ذلك حجر. ذلك مبتدا. حجر خبر. هذا سكر. ماذا؟ Would you say, Ahmed?
ذلك مبتدا.
مبتدا.
مبتدا حجر خبر.
خبر. ممتاز. Perfect. هذا سكر. ذلك لبن. هذا مبتدا. سكر خبر. ذلك مبتدا. لبن خبر.
Can you say like ما مبتدا وذلك خبر?
ممتاز. Perfect. Right? I love it. MashaAllah, I love it. هذا مبتدا وسكر خبر. I'm learning something from you now, Ahmed Maziad. You're teaching me.
Learn anything from me.
MashaAllah.
You're not learning anything from me. That's for sure.
So we'll stop there inshallah. الدرس الأول and والدرس الثاني. الدرس الأول والدرس الثاني.
So quick question. The
Yeah.
wa, so then there are two jumla ismiya in there.
Yeah.
هذا, yeah, no.
No.
Complex sentence, double. Yeah, with the
Complex
wow.
sentence. See, you guys are teaching me stuff here. This is stuff I don't even know. MashaAllah. Quick learners, MashaAllah.
Right.
هذا سكر وذلك لبن. هذا مبتدأ وسكر خبر. وذلك مبتدأ ولبن خبر. هل عندكم سؤال? Do you have questions? Do you have a question? عندكم سؤال؟ أعندكم سؤال؟
So in this one, I have a question regarding this. عندكم would be مبتدا, سوال would be خبر.
Say that one more time.
عندكم سوال. عندكم would be مبتدا and سوال خبر.
No.
No. What is it?
No question on the question.
Don't worry about that right now. That's a little more advanced. We'll get to that, inshallah. Because there are guidelines for you to know which one is mubtada, which one is khabar. So as of now, I've given you just one guideline. That guideline is that the mubtada, the sentence revolves around it. Khabar is news about the mubtada. That's one guideline. There are more guidelines. We'll get to those, inshallah.
How many are there?
How many guidelines are there?
Is it infinitesimal?
We don't want to scare you.
It's not complicated. I take it one at a time. One of my teachers, the Sheikh Muhammad Al-Ighatha, he recently passed away. May Allah have mercy on him. I was trying to, I think, read fiqh and Quran, and third thing, I think I was trying to read to him usul al-fiqh, 3 things at a time. And he was like, no. He said, خُذُوا الْعِلْمَ حِكْمَةً حِكْمَةً كَمَا تَأْكُلُ الطَّعَامَ لُقْمَةً لُقْمَةً. He used to have a real high-pitched voice, and he's like a real small, petite man, real old, right? He looks at you like this. He said, خُذُوا الْعِلْمَ حِكْمَةً حِكْمَةً كَمَا تَأْكُلُ الطَّعَامَ لُقْمَةً لُقْمَةً. So he said, take knowledge, one wisdom at a time, the same way you eat food, one bite at a time.
One bite at a time.
One bite at a time.
We're trying to eat the panera, everything at the same time.
No.
Yeah, if you are hungry, you can't have one
I'm gonna
bite
eat
at a
the
time.
It'll give you indigestion, man.
If you eat too fast,
you'll get indigestion of the brain.
No, that doesn't cause food poisoning, definitely. What do you think, Brother Akil? If you eat fast, does it cause food poisoning? No. Stomach upset can happen. Food poisoning is a different thing.
well, eating too much makes you sick to your stomach, so you got to take it easy.
Sheikh, say that one more time in Arabic.
The phrase?
The phrase, yeah.
خذ العلم حكمة حكمة كما تأكل الطعام لقمة لقمة.
سبحان الله. خذ العلم حكمة حكمة
كما تأكل الطعام لقمة لقمة.
كما تأكل الطعام لقمة لقمة.
Right.
It looks like rhymes. It looked like a poem, huh?
Yes.
Short poem.
Yes, you need to send this. What do you call, like a phrase or?
Yeah, it's a phrase. Saying.
Saying.
A quote, yeah.
Yeah, send it on the WhatsApp group, Sheikh.
I will, inshallah.
I need to memorize it. خذ العلم حكمة حكمة كما تأكل الطعام لقمة لقمة. نعم الحمد لله. عندي سؤال شيخ.
ما سؤالك؟
What's the homework, Sheikh? How long?
لا.
ما سؤالك؟
Homework. What's the homework for next week?
I don't want to do more than what's in the book. So
So the tamreen of these lessons?
Yeah, do the tamreen and make sure you write down the notes. I'll share the video tomorrow, inshallah.
Tamreen is review.
Say that again.
What's tamreen? Review?
Tamreen are the exercises.
Exercises. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you say revise?
Raja.
Raja.
Right. Or muraja'a. Muraja'a.
Muraja.
Muraja'a.
Muraja. Revise.
All right, cool. Jazakallah khair.
Barakallahu feekum. Subhanakallah.
Thursday is tajweed.
Yeah. Inshallah.
Please. Inshallah. Jazakallah khair, Sheikh.
Akil Rahman, are you still there?
Yes, Sheikh. Yeah.
Oh, for you, that was not lukmatan, that was lukhmatan.
Oh, it's kha?
No, for Hyderabadi, that's what I was saying.
Right.
So the beauty of the Arabic language is if you change the dhamma luqmatan to a fatha la, and you change the qaf to a kaf lakmatan, it means a punch. Lakmatan.
Yeah. Lakmatan.
Yalla, see you guys inshallah. Subhanakallah wa bihamdika. La ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.